Hello, hello. Hi, you are watching SOS, where I'm saving our sex lives one bedroom at a time. My name is LaKeesha Hines, and I am joined by, let me tell you, you guys don't even understand. This is a special occasion today. It's Valentine's Day, and I want to wish all of you out there a very, very happy Valentine's Day. And SOS today actually stands for something different. It's not just saving our sex lives, it's actually special occasion sex. So, because we're having a special occasion, I have a special guest. Is my wonderful husband, Mr. Willie Hines. You want to say hello to the people?
Hello, all. I think I was asked to do the show today, and the topic is indeed special occasion sex. And so that I won't have special occasion sex by myself, I got myself together to come on and do the show.
Nobody wants to have a special occasion sex by themselves. Right? So
Right.
I just want to say thank you so much, honey, for joining me. Listen, you guys don't even understand. This is not his thing. This is totally not his thing. He's so outside of what he normally does. But I said you can't have me on Valentine's Day by myself talking about special occasion sex. So we're gonna make it special today for you all. Please let me know where you are streaming from. Definitely do that. In addition to doing that, I want you to please drop your comments, drop your questions, and we will address your questions. So make sure that you do that. Get them in early. You know how you guys like to do. You wait to the last, like the midnight hour, and put your questions in here. So I want to make sure that you guys get your questions in as early as possible so that we can answer them for you. So I want to go ahead and just dive right in for our topic for today. Again, we're talking about special occasion sex. So today is Valentine's Day. It's considered a special occasion, but that's not the only special occasion we're referring to. We're talking about birthdays, anniversaries. Yep, anniversaries. Christmas sex. Is that a thing? I mean, it's the gift that might keep on giving.
Yes, it's a thing.
Thanksgiving.
Yes,
Give thanks.
Yes. That's the thing too.
That's a thing too.
It's Thursday.
It's okay.
That's a thing too.
There's a big thing too called Giving Tuesday. Have you heard about it? Giving Tuesday, where the special like organizations they have these campaigns and you donate.
Yeah, I like Tuesdays
Giving
as well.
Tuesday.
I like Tuesdays as well.
Okay, so we can make any occasion special, right? So I don't want you to think it's limited to Valentine's Day because it's not. It just happens to be Valentine's Day today. So the first thing that I want to talk about would be the downside of SOS. Special occasion sex, not the show SOS, special occasion sex, right? So the downside of SOS is that it literally can bring in some unnecessary pressure, undue stress, not only on the giver to produce the best sex of their partner's life, the best sexual encounter ever, the best possible sexual experience, but it's also pressure on the receiver to have the best sex of their lives, right? To actually have that experience. And so it puts pressure. And if this is an area where you and your partner have already been struggling, when a special occasion rolls around and you add that extra stress onto that person, it actually can impact your ability, impede your ability to reach the big O or to have that special encounter that you desire to have. I see my brother Ben got in here early today, and Ben says, "Good morning from Tennessee. Can't wait to get past today. There should be more special occasions than just holidays. Life is short. Stop taking your spouse for granted. It's disgusting."
We are going to be addressing that.
Yes, this subject is upsetting because it's what marital sex turns into after I do. And you know what? Hey, it's tight, but it's right.
So again, Ben, we're gonna address that throughout this time that we have with you guys today. So just hold tight, hold tight.
But thank you for your comment. And
Absolutely.
as I said, I mean, it's tight, but it's right. And there's truth to that. And we know with a lot of our Couples Academy family members that they're actually dealing with having difficulty transitioning back into sex after infidelity. We know that that's a struggle for you guys. So for those of you who may be struggling with it, for those of you who are doing okay with it and you're ready to take it to the next level, there's something for everybody today. All right. So hold on, hang tight. I promise we'll take care of you. So I think the first thing to do is we talked about the downside, right? With the pressure, the added stress, and all of that. But I think, today we really kind of want to focus on what it should be, what it could be, and what we would like it to be.
Yeah.
And so let's tell you what it actually can be and what it can actually look like, the upsides.
Before we get there, and we definitely want to share that it doesn't have to be perfect. It does not have to be perfect, groundbreaking, earth-shattering, but it definitely has to be special. So that's the things where you don't want to get too uptight with it or put too much pressure on the giver or the receiver or parties together. So just remember, during this time, it does not have to be perfect, but there are some intentional things that can be done to ensure that you're having that special occasion sex.
That's a good point, because we were having a discussion about this, and one of the things that we discussed was that if you haven't had perfect sex prior to the special occasion, you can't expect that it's automatically, like magically, going to be special just because it's a holiday.
Right.
So you have to put in the work, which that's something that I talk about every single week. That's something that we talk about at Couples Academy all of the time. If you want your relationship to be at a different level, you want it to improve, you want it to be better, you have to be willing to put in that work. So not only outside of the bedroom, but inside the bedroom too. So let's talk about what SOS, special occasion sex, can actually be. It can be hot, it can be sexy, and it really is about building up that anticipation of that special occasion. Maybe you're sending a quick little text message to your partner to say, hey, I got something waiting on you when you get home. I'll be ready for you when you get to the house, or something like that. Maybe you're building up that anticipation days leading up to that special occasion. And it can also spice things up in your relationship. If you have had just that mundane, monotonous, just predictable, and it's boring, it can actually spice things up if you decide that you're going to try something different. And we'll talk about that a little bit more. It can produce stronger orgasms. That has to do, again, with that buildup, right? That anticipation that you are putting in place leading up to that special occasion. And last, it can increase bonding.
Yes.
So with the bonding piece, I think it's really important for us to kind of just sit there for a minute, because a lot of times when we're talking about sex, we're thinking about the orgasms and again,
about the end result,
the end game. Exactly. But we're not thinking about the fact that it actually can bring you guys closer together if you're not so focused on the end result. So it actually can strengthen that bond between you and your partner, because it is the most intimate thing you possibly can do. It's the most vulnerable you can possibly be with your partner. So it definitely can increase that bond if you're doing the work, right? So I wanted to, Mr. Chill and Relax says, thank you for all you do. You're welcome, Mr. Listen, my husband, his nickname is Chill Will. So thank you for your comment. So now let's talk about how we actually can make special occasion sex hot and sexy, how we can spice it up, how we can have stronger orgasms, and how we can increase that bonding. The first thing you want to do is create a mood without killing the mood.
Yes. That goes back to the perfection item. Things have to be this way, things have to be that way. That's not necessarily the case. Over time, you have to build those relationships, continue to build that relationship daily with your partner. That way, when we get to the bedroom, it is solely about us, and you already know what they like and what they don't like. Being in that giving mood, focus on that giving mood, just for understanding again what the do's and don'ts are. Again, if you haven't been doing and don'ting a lot of the things, try not to stretch it on that first time. But it's definitely important to create a sensual, sexual mood, free of children, free of work, free of outside items that can prevent you from having a great experience.
Yeah, I think, the mood thing too, and I don't know if I've been guilty. Yeah, I've been guilty of this. Um, so setting the mood. If one of the things I talked to you guys about was the erotic blueprint and looking at your different blueprint types. And so if you are a sensual, you are stimulated by all of your senses: smell, touch, taste, sounds, all of those things. So, not every single time do you have to satisfy all of the senses, touch on all of the senses, but maybe you want to consistently touch on at least two of those senses, where you have some type of visual stimulation as well as auditory stimulation, or maybe you have something that's taste that you can eat in the bedroom, and then you combine that with something that you smell, like a scented candle or some essential oils or something. But setting the mood doesn't have to be over the top.
50 candles.
50 candles. It doesn't have to be 50 candles. It could literally be one statement candle, right? Or again, maybe it's just you're playing some nice soft music, or you just have some aromatherapy going in there. But the point is, you want to create an atmosphere for action. That's the point, right? All right. So the next thing is stock the dungeon, right? Now, the dungeon, you remember, normally when I was at night, I said, welcome to the dungeon. It's still the dungeon. It's just in the daytime. It's just bright during the day, but your bedroom is the dungeon. So you want to stock that bedroom with some snacks and some beverages. Mm-hmm. What did you say? What did you call it?
You want to, those snacks, beverages, could be water, Gatorade, things for hydration. It could be just definitely need your electrolytes, but please, so that the lion and lioness don't leave the dungeon, you want to make sure you have everything in the lion's lair to ensure no one needs to go anywhere.
Yes, we don't want anybody to have to leave the lair, right? So bring your snacks, bring your drinks, bring whatever you need so that you can be in there for a time.
Yes. It could be a glass of wine or whatever you need.
Whatever you need. So you don't go anywhere. Absolutely. So you kind of touched on this a little bit when you were talking about your state of mind, right? We want to make sure that you are entering the dungeon, entering the lair with a giving state of mind. A lot of times, I think what happens is when it's a special occasion, and you kind of talked about this, and just in my experience with working with couples and just different things that I've researched, Valentine's Day specifically seems to be more catered to the women, right? Because you're not really a flowers type of guy.
Not at all.
You don't really need chocolate.
Don't need it at all.
Yeah, you're not looking for special lingerie.
Don't need that at all.
Jewelry.
None.
So a lot of these holidays really do cater to women. And so with that being said, it kind of automatically creates this mindset, this mentality that it's all about us, when in actuality, it's about us, right? So it's not only that I'm going to receive, but I also have to be willing to give as well.
And naturally, as men, we are, for sake of discussion, we're releasers. We release. We want to give you all that we got. We want to give you everything. And naturally, women are receivers. They carry things. They hold on to things naturally. While that Valentine's Day and this experience we are giving, we do want some things as well. So while the woman most of the time wants to slow down, take your time, men want to speed up, and the time is now. That's enough time.
So you're saying that's enough time?
That's enough time. That's enough time. So
but that's so true. No.
But so both parties have to be in a giving state of mind. While the slow kisses and the massage and the oils and we try to balance from doing all that so you won't get to the point where you don't fall asleep. the woman and the women have to be in the mindset as well that the men have needs and wants and desires as well.
That's true, but okay, so see,
finding that balance.
Now, see, now you about to get in trouble because here's the situation. We have 50,000 things going on in our minds, and we're trying to get all 50,000 things done in that day. So by the time we sit down and we get still, we're tired. We are exhausted and like ready to go to sleep. It's not that we don't want to do anything with you, but like the mind is willing, but the flesh is tired.
Once you enter the lion's lair, you are a lioness.
So
thank you.
Wake up.
Wake up.
All right. So but it's amazing to me how we often are on two different wavelengths as men and women. You know, a lot of times you're right. You know, the women do want a more sensual experience. We want more foreplay. We want more touch, more kissing, more snuggling, and those types of things. We do want that. And not that you guys don't enjoy some of that, but it seems like statistically you don't need as much of that as we do. Right. And so for you guys, it's like, okay, I took care of you. Like I'm giving you the sensuality and the touch and the hugging and the kissing and all that stuff that you want. But my turn. What about me? What about me? It's my turn. So we need to make sure it's a reciprocal thing, that it is a balance of give and take as it pertains to, having that giving state of mind. Not only are you there to receive, but you are there to give as well. So you guys, listen. I hope this is helping you. I really, really do. We do. And so we're going to take a quick break and then we will be right back. Do not go anywhere. You are watching SOS.
We're really excited about Foundation. It is a new group program where couples are gathering from all around the world twice a week. Couples who just want to have a thriving, successful, amazing marriage. No really well-built house is built without a foundation. As a matter of fact, without a foundation, it can't stand. It would just crumble right into the ground. We are going to interview experts and other successful couples so that you can get a glimpse into the lives of other people who are doing what it is that you desire to do, who have and who are accomplishing what it is that you want to accomplish. And we also have over 500 videos available for you to watch of all of our teaching. Everything that we've ever done, every topic that we've ever covered will be accessible to you.
So guys, if this sounds exciting to you and if this sounds like something you've been waiting for, go ahead and just give it a try. We're literally giving away a 15-day trial for $1. And then after that, it's simply $3 a day. And so, is your marriage worth it? Is your future worth it? Join the community today. Just click that button and meet us on the other side.
Welcome back again. My name is LaKeesha Hines, and I'm joined today by the most handsome man in America, my husband, Mr. Willie Hines, and we are talking about a different type of SOS. We are talking about special occasion sex, and I know this is triggering some of you. My brother, he commented he got triggered today, so it's okay. We're going to help you out today. We're going to help all of you out today. It is okay, I promise. So we just finished talking about having a giving state of mind, right? That we each as individuals have a responsibility to give, right? And we also have the not responsibility, but we should have the opportunity to receive as well, right? Mm-hmm. And it should be reciprocal. So to our next point, when you go to work every day, you take certain things with you.
I have to take my laptop, briefcase. Mm-hmm.
You need pens, paper at your desk. Like you need maybe sticky notes, Post-it notes,
people on the work site, wrenches,
yeah, tools.
Yeah.
So you're going to work in the bedroom, right? You need to bring a new tool.
Sometimes you may have to bring a new tool.
You might have to bring a new tool to work. So you guys need to have a conversation about this, of course, because we want to make sure everybody's comfortable and that you're not springing something on your partner and shocking them and surprising them and then ruining the mood, right? We just talked about how we got to create a mood without killing it. So if you bring in a tool that was not previously approved, you might ruin the mood.
And we're talking about nothing with a heartbeat. We're not talking about another person at all.
No.
We're talking about
toys.
A toy store.
Some type of toy, right? And so there's so many out there. You can research it. I think I had an episode a while ago where I talked about foreplay and we talked about toys and all of that. So you can catch the replay on that one. We're not going to deep dive into the different types of toys, but again, there's so many out there. And I mean, it's something as simplistic as just a clitoral stimulator on up to a whole sex swing. You want to swing from the ceiling. It's all types of stuff out there that you can purchase to put in your dungeon or your lair, your lover's lair.
Yeah. And what we have to be careful of and understand is that tools sometimes get a negative connotation.
Yeah.
Tools can be used get a bad rap. Yeah. They can be used for positive things. And if you explore those items together, it makes it all the better. Mm-hmm. Additionally, you may say, hey, this worked and this did not work. And you can build on the things that did not work and put a stop to the things that didn't work. But tools can be fun. Other items can be fun. And explore those items together. And some things may be a surprise. Yeah. Are you willing to try? You've already discussed zones that we're not going to touch or not going to go to. So don't get anything that may be offensive. So, but tools can be a good some good items to increase your success in the working environment.
Everybody needs tools. All right. So find a new erogenous zone. So funny because we, again, as we were preparing, talking about what we wanted to share with you guys today, we had a conversation about one of my erogenous zones. And what happened?
Kind of just lucked up on it.
Stumbled upon it.
Wasn't even purposely attempting to go to that zone, but
you weren't looking for it.
It allowed us the opportunity to zone out with optimal success.
Yes. Maximum pleasure. Yes.
Pleasure.
Thank you very much. I'm so happy that you found it. So sometimes we need to be explorers. And you've heard that terminology with Couples Academy. Do you want to be builders? Do you want to be explorers or whatever? So sometimes, even in the bedroom, you need to be an explorer and find a new erogenous zone. So I want to talk to you guys a little bit about some erogenous zones. And here's the thing. Some of these you already know. So I'm not going to talk about the ones that I think are common that you guys know. I want to talk about some of the ones that maybe you have not thought about. So here's one right here. The navel. That's actually an erogenous zone. The lower stomach, your inner arms and armpits. Those are erogenous zones. Also, the scalp, palm of hand, fingertips. These are also erogenous zones. And this one shocked me. I didn't even know about this one. The inner wrist is actually an erogenous zone. And then behind the knee, bottom of the feet, and bottom of the toes. These are actually all erogenous zones. So maybe pick one and try it. See if anything happens. If it doesn't, just move to another one. But I think it's important to go through that exploration process, and you might stumble upon something that might give you maximum pleasure and increase your probability of success.
Yeah, because you want a promotion while you're working.
You do want a promotion. Everybody wants to be promoted. All right. So next, I want you to treat it like a Marvel movie. Okay. So for all my action folks out there, I love action movies. I'm a DC comic person. I'm a Marvel person. I think I like Marvel more than DC. But anyway,
I'm really not.
He don't like it. So I have to take my oldest son or like my youngest son when I want to go see the Marvel movies, because even our daughter doesn't like them. She's her daddy. But anyways, so the Marvel movies, right? You know how you watch the entire movie. And then people who are true Marvel fans, they do not go anywhere. They sit there because they know that more than likely after the credits, there's going to be another scene.
Yeah. So after the main movie has been finished, don't pick up your cell phone. No need to pick up the remote. Don't need to see, where the kids are, what's going on outside of the lair.
Mm-hmm. If you just lay there for a little while, there might be some additional scenes that might take place. There might be an extended version of the original movie. If you just stay there for a while, that's why we said bring your snacks.
Yes.
So you don't have to leave. And if you lay there and you guys snuggle and you cuddle and do what you need to do, who knows? Something else may get reignited.
Another movie may begin.
Another movie, a whole other movie may begin.
We all have been in a situation where we're leaving the movie theaters, looking back at the credits to see
that's so true.
If something else, another scene or anything may be involved.
If anything else will happen. Yes, you are right. So treat it like a Marvel movie. And last but not least, savor the session. This one is so important. This has to do with slowing down, which we talked about. Also, it has to do with trying to make space, create space and opportunity for you and your partner to just enjoy the moment and not be in a rush. I think, when we have so much going on in our lives, especially when we have children, it's difficult for us sometimes to create a significant amount of time to just be able to enjoy one another. So if nothing else, for these special occasions, give yourself the gift of time and exploration and discovery to try something new, try something different. But I think what's most important, again, is that time. Because if we're rushing through things, we're not really maximizing our opportunities. We may miss some new discoveries of erogenous zones if we're rushing. So I think it's important to savor the session, savor the moment, really take the time to enjoy one another. Again, do that exploration, spend time hugging, kissing. This is how you bond and this is how you connect. And one thing that we didn't talk about too, but I think kind of is in alignment with savoring the session, is to play around with different positions. And, maybe you're not trying to, again, suspend from the ceiling, but maybe you just put a twist on a position that you already do. So, for example, that you already enjoy. Exactly. So, everybody talks about missionary and they're like, oh my God, missionary is so boring. Well, you can spice up missionary by just changing your position on the bed, like scooting your partner to the edge of the bed while your partner stands up. Like that just puts a twist on that and it will change your experience. So just putting a twist on a position that you currently use can actually spice things up a little bit for you.
So with these tools, the main thing regarding this special time and these special holidays and these special events, you cannot be successful with these Valentine's days and these holidays if you're not savoring your spouse on a regular basis. Mm-hmm. The most important thing about special occasion sex is doing special things daily to ensure your partner knows that they are everything to you. Mm-hmm. You don't have to run through all these items every day, but as a text that say, I miss you, or a text that say, I love you, or that hug when he or she comes into the door, or that I got you. Mm-hmm. Whatever those things are that are small items, small tickets to play the game. Get those small tickets so that you can be in the game on those days. Because if you just go into that special occasion sex without doing any of the pre-work, it's not going to be special. Mm-hmm. It's not going to be special.
Right. And you'll be in for a surprise. A special surprise.
For my men out there, I'm deep into sports, play sports. The practice is the hard work. The game is fun. And if you practice well and did well during practice,
you play well.
Yes. And the game is just fun. Mm-hmm. It's fun after that. But I'm telling you, you will not have special occasion sex without many special occasions.
Yeah, many, right? MANYMINI, special occasions. And I just want to comment on M. Delacrim. He says, but when does it get to the point where Valentine's Day is another day? But Valentine's Day to me is every day, sacrifice and giving from the heart. Absolutely. And
100%.
that's exactly what he's saying. And you're spot on with your comment. And I just want to say to you also, just, truth moment. Valentine's Day used to be like everything to me. It was like bigger than my birthday, right?
Yeah.
Bigger than, and I'm,
Yes.
first of all, I am a special occasions person. I'm a gift person. That's my secondary love language. And so gifts are very important to me, and holidays are very important to me because I grew up celebrating holidays. And that's something that, I want to hopefully impart on some of you who are watching. You may not understand why it's so significant to people. Well, you have to look at where they came from. You have to look at their history, because you didn't grow up really celebrating holidays like that. I mean, Christmas and stuff like that, getting your family together, but it was never about like the gifts. It was more about the company and the fellowship, right? Yes. And the connection. And it was about that for me too, plus the gifts. So I want the connection and the camaraderie and the fellowship, but I want a gift too, because I grew up getting gifts like that. So it's very important to me as a woman. And so when we got married, I was expecting, we did. I was expecting him to pick up where my dad left off. And it's so funny because my dad actually told him, because my dad, before we got married, my dad would send me flowers for Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, like my birthday. He would send me flowers in the mail. And my dad said, okay, she's all yours now. Yeah. It's your turn now. You're going to have to buy the flowers now.
I didn't get it for years. For years.
And he didn't get that. And so he wasn't buying me flowers. And I would be so disappointed because I was looking forward to that. But what we realized later on was that, you know what? First of all, I'm not a materialistic person. And those who have gifts as their love language, primary or secondary love language, are often misunderstood. And people think that it's about the money that you're spending. They think it's about them being materialistic. It's not that. It's about the thought. The fact that you inconvenience yourself, went outside of your day, inconvenience yourself just to do something special for me. That's what it's all about. That's what makes that person feel loved. And so with, again, that being my love language, expectation because of how I grew up, my dad told him that it's your responsibility now. I was anticipating that and looking forward to that. But what we realized later on again was that it literally was about him making the sacrifice, him thinking about me and doing something special for me. It wasn't about the holiday. And that's what he wasn't getting. It wasn't about the holiday. So he said, oh, okay, if I do things regularly outside of these holidays, then a holiday is just another day. And what happened today? I was like, I didn't even know.
She forgot it was Valentine's Day.
I forgot it was Valentine's Day.
You know why? I learned.
Because he doesn't want to have special occasion sex by himself. But I will say that gets you to a place of growth, but it's something that we had to learn. And it took us time. And I was killing myself trying to buy gifts for him. And he's like, okay, that's nice, but and I would be disappointed because he wasn't excited, but he's not a gift person. So that's another thing. You have to get to know your spouse. Get to know what they like. Get to know what speaks to them, what turns them on, what tugs at their heartstrings. Because at the end of the day, it's about what they want, not about what you want
to give.
Not what you want to give. Exactly. So what we discussed today was I have to love him in his love language and he's loving me in mine. And so I said, he's acts of service. So I said, I got some acts of service to perform. Happy Valentine's Day. And that's what I'm doing. But the truth is, like I said, it took time to grow to this place. Yeah. So again, hopefully this helped you all. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for watching. Thank you, honey, again for joining me. And I want to wish you all again a very, very happy Valentine's Day. You guys enjoy the day. Just love on each other. And if you're single, you can still find somebody that you can love on today just to brighten their day, even if it's just a kind word, or like we took someone who we know is single, we took that person some flowers and a balloon today just to wish them a happy Valentine's Day and let them know that they're loved. So do something kind for somebody else today.
And love on each other in spite of each other.
And love on yourself.
And love on yourself. Give each other grace. Love them in spite of them, because I've needed love in spite of me.
Yes.
Do that.
Same.
And it'll be well.
All right. Well, we love you guys.
Love
Have
you.
a happy Valentine's
you.
Day. See you next week.